Every IT admin faces tension, the need to rapidly deploy AI tools like GitHub Copilot, while simultaneously protecting proprietary data and maintaining strict compliance. To solve this, we will build a fully governed, enterprise-ready Copilot environment from the ground up. We will execute this in 4 specific stages: configuring the network proxy, managing IDE authentication, enforcing organization-wide policies, locking down sensitive context with exclusions. A successful rollout relies on establishing programmatic constraints and compliance rules within the environment before a single line of code is ever generated. This is your baseline network requirement. For Copilot to function, traffic must have unimpeded outbound access via HTTPS on port 443. The primary connectivity hurdle occurs when corporate SSL inspection or proxy servers intercept the traffic, effectively severing the connection chain. You can address this by locating and configuring the http.proxy setting directly within the developer's specific IDE. If your organization uses custom corporate certificates, toggle http.system-certificates to true. This instructs the IDE to use the operating system's trust store to resolve SSL inspection errors. Diagnostically, if a developer sees a red Copilot status bar icon or connection error, it almost always points back to a configuration issue in your proxy allow list. Clearing these network hurdles at the admin level prevents a wave of connectivity failures across the engineering floor on day 1. Next, we look at how developers gain access. For VS Code, for JetBrains IDEs, and Visual Studio 2022, the default is the OAuth browser flow. However, CLI tools and NeoVim environments require the alternative OAuth device flow. In this flow, the developer generates an 8-character token in their terminal, navigates to the GitHub device login URL, and authorizes the connection manually. It is important to manage expectations, as not all editors support the same features. VS Code, JetBrains, and Visual Studio support both inline completions and the full chat interface. NeoVim is a completions-only environment and does not support the Copilot chat interface. Mapping these IDE constraints ahead of time allows you to triage support tickets more effectively and reduce developer frustration. Your command center for these settings is located on github.com under Organization Settings, Copilot, and Policies. Use the seat management dashboard to assign licenses via teams rather than tracking individual users. It's significantly more scalable for large organizations. To protect your intellectual property, ensure the public code matching policy is set to blocked. This prevents the AI from suggesting code that matches existing open-source projects verbatim. You also have granular control over secondary features, like toggling Copilot Chat or Bing Bug Search, to ensure they align with your internal compliance directives. Every policy change is captured in the audit log. Keep in mind that data retention is 7 days for business plans and 90 days for enterprise accounts. By configuring these centralized policies, you create an auditable standard that doesn't rely on individual developer behavior. For your most sensitive data, you can use content exclusions to define exactly what the AI is permitted to see. To implement this, create a .github/Copilot exclusions file at the root of your repository. Using YAML glob syntax, target specific file types. The pattern ***/.env isolates environment files containing secrets, locking them from the AI's vision. This applies to proprietary directories too. Excluding a folder like core algorithm ensures its contents are never processed by the model. Because excluded files are stripped from the telemetry pipeline, their contents never leave the local machine to reach GitHub servers. By mastering these exclusions, you define the technical boundaries of the model, ensuring your most sensitive intellectual property stays outside the AI's context window. Your architecture is now in place. The network is configured, authentication is unified, policies are active, and your sensitive files are excluded. You have successfully built a secure, enterprise-ready environment for GitHub Copilot. You are now ready to assign your first batch of seats. Monitor your audit logs next week to track adoption metrics as you begin scaling AI across your organization.